Hey there, and welcome to the weekly Asylum and Immigration Reform Update, where I share with you 5 recent stories of interest to asylum seekers and those who want to stay current on immigration news. This week, we're discussing
the Biden administration will not extend legal status for Venezuelan migrants under a key program. Harris and Trump supporters actually agree on border security and skilled immigration policies. Elon Musk and Republicans spread false claims about immigrant voting to influence elections. TikTok videos mislead West African migrants about U.S. immigration and the asylum process. Experts debunk claims that immigrants cause housing shortages, citing complex factors.
I'm Brian Manning, and I used to be an asylum officer with the government, but now, as an asylum lawyer, I help immigrants all over the country to secure their future in America through asylum. It's my pleasure to bring you asylum and immigration reform updates each week right here on the Political Asylum Lawyers YouTube channel. Okay, let's get to the news. First up,
the Biden administration will not extend the legal status of Venezuelan migrants who entered the United States under a sponsorship program designed to reduce illegal border crossings. The program, launched in October 2022 and expanded in January 2023, allowed 530,000 migrants from Venezuela, Cuba, Haiti, and Nicaragua to enter the country legally. Venezuelans, the first group to arrive, will lose their parole status this month. Instead of extensions, they will be instructed to apply for other immigration benefits or leave the country. This decision could leave many in legal limbo without work authorization. The move may appease Republican critics, but could anger progressives and immigration advocates. The program has been a key strategy in managing unprecedented migrant crossings at the southern border, paired with restrictions on asylum for those entering illegally. Following these policies, unlawful border crossings have decreased significantly.
And next up, for update number 2.
A recent Pew Research survey reveals unexpected common ground between supporters of presidential candidates Kamala Harris and Donald Trump on key immigration issues. Both groups strongly favor strengthening U.S.-Mexico border security, with 96% of Trump supporters and 80% of Harris supporters agreeing. Additionally, there is bipartisan support for expanding highly skilled immigration. However, significant differences remain on other immigration policies, such as mass deportations and pathways to citizenship for undocumented immigrants. Trump supporters are more likely to view increasing immigration negatively, while Harris supporters generally see it as having little impact or a positive effect. The survey, conducted in August, provides insights into voter attitudes as both parties prepare for the 2024 election. This rare agreement on such a polarizing topic offers potential for bipartisan progress, though sharp ideological divides persist on broader immigration reform issues.
All right, time for our third immigration update.
A new analysis describes how Elon Musk and Republicans have propagated false claims about immigrant voting, asserting that Democrats are expediting citizenship for unauthorized immigrants to influence elections. These allegations, which echo the racist Great Replacement theory, lack factual basis. Unauthorized immigrants are generally ineligible for naturalization, and the current increase in citizenship approvals is addressing a pandemic-related backlog. Naturalized citizens' voting patterns are not uniformly democratic. Also, claims about flying asylum seekers to swing states and non-citizen voting in federal elections are also wholly unfounded. Republicans are emphasizing these issues to capitalize on public concerns about immigration and border security. By linking immigration to voting, they risk undermining trust in the election system. This strategy could potentially lead to election denialism and chaos, similar to the aftermath of the 2020 election.
And moving right along, update number 4.
TikTok videos are spreading misinformation among West African migrants in New York City, influencing their decisions to migrate and navigate life in the United States. These videos, often in French or Wolof, promise easy work permits and jobs, but the reality is far different. Smuggling organizations use social media to offer travel services, leading migrants through dangerous routes. The news outlet Documented analyzed the viewing history of 5 Senegalese migrants, finding that TikTok serves as a primary source of information for this non-English-speaking community. However, many videos contain partial or inaccurate content about vital matters, such as asylum applications. Legal experts warn of the dangers of relying on this misinformation. Migrants face long waiting periods for work permits, leading to instability and potential exploitation. Some migrants are now fact-checking information and using TikTok more cautiously, recognizing the potential harms of misinformation for their community.
And finally, our 5th immigration update for this week.
During the vice presidential debate, Senator J.D. Vance attributed soaring housing costs to increased immigration, claiming that undocumented immigrants are competing for scarce homes. However, economists and housing experts have debunked this assertion, pointing to other factors as primary drivers of high prices. While immigration has impacted the U.S. economy, particularly in labor market growth, its effect on housing affordability is more nuanced New immigrants often occupy different segments of the housing market than native-born workers. The post-pandemic rental market surge has since stabilized, with average rents now slightly lower than a year ago. The for-sale housing market faces challenges due to interest rate fluctuations and the lock-in effect. Experts agree that more housing is needed, but disagree on proposed solutions. Notably, the construction industry relies heavily on immigrant workers, suggesting that strict immigration crackdowns could potentially increase housing costs.
And that wraps up this week's immigration news. If you want to win asylum in the United States, then you should call my office today. We help people all over the country, so it doesn't matter where you are. Call us now to schedule an asylum strategy session so that we can help you secure your future in America through asylum. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's an honor to serve you in your immigration journey.